What's up, YouTube? Today I'm coming at you dressed like every Mexican character in media for some reason. Um, like, like I even have the mole that Marco has from Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Um, yeah, my ex used to joke that they the whoever designed that character like saw me one time when I was like a young kid, and they were like, that'd make for some fire character design. Um, so yeah, as you can see by the reflection of my glasses and the bad video quality, I'm recording on my laptop again because I still need to make more space on my phone. Because yeah, and I still have the positive duck over here with me. Now I know the image is only mirrored for me, not for you guys. So yeah, he's a cool little guy. He's a chill guy who low key doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a duck. I still haven't come up with a name for him, but I'm thinking Pato Positivo, which just means positive duck in Spanish, but I feel like it's got a nice ring to it. Yeah, I've just been kind of wondering as I get older, and I don't know, it seems like things change, well, too quickly, compared to how they did then. If this is the world that I wanted to grow up in, because I don't know, when I was younger, like, people didn't really need to have roommates or stuff like that. It was just like, yeah, you can work a full-time job and you can like take care of all your bills and pay rent, whatever. But now it's not like that anymore. And I do feel like I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life, so I'm either gonna need to get a really good job or just be homeless, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, there's like so much that changed around about the world. Ever since I was a kid, and I don't know. I used to look at the future with optimism, like the whole Fruitiger Arrow aesthetic that was prevalent during the 2000s and even into the early 2010s. It was really about hope for the future, if you think about it, in a way that was the future we were promised. And I know I've been seeing like a lot of stuff about it. It's like the future we were promised. Like, where is our future? But that future's not here, and I would argue we're worse off now than we were then. In many aspects. I mean, it seems like the world is regressing. Honestly, I've seen a lot more hate directed towards my people, and other groups now, after it seemed like we were making progress. Yeah, like, I'm not saying the 2000s were perfect, but I feel like progress was being made, and I feel like nowadays that progress has been kind of undone. You see a lot of hate and racism and blatant sexism, and which was obviously there during that time. But during that time, at least there was optimism that things were moving in the right direction. That even though things aren't perfect now, hey, in the future we're all gonna be able to just chill together and people respect one another. But now that's very, very much not true. Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, I mean, every kid goes through this, but like I wanted to get older, and it wasn't. But the thing about it was, it just wasn't about like, oh, I want to get older so I can do more stuff. It was about, and I want to experience what the world has to offer, because at that time, the world had so much to offer. I mean, just think about how it used to be really easy to like. And I use this example a lot, but get your friends and go to the mall and come up with like a bunch of stuff, or maybe even like visiting another country, visiting another state, which are all technically possible now, but they've become a lot harder due to, again, the economic side of things. And I feel like socially our world has just gone downhill as well. I mean, I've already said examples of like racism and sexism and how we're going back instead of moving forward. But I think there's also like the loneliness epidemic, and I talked about this in another video. I don't think people used to feel that lonely. It's definitely become a problem now. I remember when I was younger, looking forward to hanging out with friends and going to do different stuff. Maybe my friends and I would go travel. We'd all kind of like book some hotel rooms together. It'd be like a sleepover, or just hanging out with my friends a lot, going to party, because God knows the 2000s really emphasized party culture, and stuff like that. But maybe I'm romanticizing it. Maybe the 2000s were blinded to me by my childhood nostalgia, because when you're a child you think everything's great and everything's awesome. That may be the case, but it all circles back to the question, is this the world that I wanted to grow up in? And I don't think this world resembles in the slightest what it is I wanted to grow up in. Not even down to the aesthetics of the world. During the 2000s, I mean, the music I love was popular. You had a lot of like rock everywhere. It was awesome. Even songs that weren't rock, I feel like I could vibe with more. Nowadays, I genuinely did not know who Sabrina Carpenter, or Chapel Roan, I think is how you pronounce it, were until like way after they became famous. I guess I've become that asshole that's like, I only listen to rock music, I don't know who they are. And I'm not saying they're like bad, because I mean, Sabrina Carpenter, I guess, like, I don't know, her music just doesn't vibe with me. I acknowledge she's very talented, and makes great music, but it just isn't for me, like, 99% of the time. There's nothing wrong with that, and I haven't actually listened to a single Chapel Roan song. I could not tell you a single one. But yeah, during the 2000s, it was like rock music. It was like music that like vibed with who I am as a person. And all of that's kind of gone now. I mean, I know people will say, like, you still have that to, like, look back upon, but, I mean, yeah, but you can only look back upon the same thing so many times before wishing that there was something new you liked, and that's probably why I really love Nosferatu a lot. Uh, Someone described it as biblically accurate Twilight, which Twilight was huge in the 2000s, and I haven't seen Twilight in a long time. I don't know if I'd like it. I only have like very vague memories of it, but I mean, it's like because it's something like I vibed with. It was like something that like I liked, and yeah, that's kind of gone now. I mean, even the clashing aesthetics back then were like stuff I really vibed with, because the Fruitiger like arrow aesthetic is completely different to like the Rock and like Hot Topic and Spencer's like type of aesthetic. But yeah, I don't know, it was like something I still vibed with. I still looked forward to that future, I guess. And now that we're in this future, it's not here. And so much stuff has happened, but at the same time it feels like nothing has happened for me. I haven't gotten to go on those like trips with friends. I haven't gotten to do a lot. I've only been in one relationship, and I'm 20, close to turning 21. I haven't been invited to really like any parties that weren't like birthday parties. And even the times I do get invited to like birthday parties, it's I don't want to like sound ungrateful, because I appreciate when people invite me to their birthday parties, but it's like people who constantly like have get-togethers and other parties, and I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna invite more people for my birthday party because it's gonna be a larger thing. And so I'm just gonna invite as many people as I can. I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't think I am, but I guess I don't know. I have a problem articulating it, which is also a problem. Oh, sorry if that was loud. Which is also a problem because I am a film student. I should be able to communicate this stuff to a wider audience, but I guess I can't. At least not me talking directly to a camera. Wise. Yeah. I don't know. I see everybody like, and I know people only like post like what they consider like their best life on social media. And it's like, don't compare yourself, because like they're only showing you their highs. They're never showing you their lows. But the thing is, my highs have never even gotten remotely close to that. And I'm not saying like bad for that. Like, I'm happy people are having fun and stuff, but I guess there's just a small rant, I guess, to say like I'm not. And I don't know, who knows? I mean, I've seen 2000s kind of stuff kind of making a small resurgence. Maybe I just need to go somewhere else. Maybe just the physical location in which I am located now is not it. But maybe if I go somewhere else, it will be. Places are different. People are different. I don't know. Yeah. The world I wanted to grow up in was one which progress was being made to accept different kinds of people. One where Tim Burton films were all the craze. one in which rock music, people who were different, alternative to say, were abundant. One in which friends and maybe a partner hung out with me. But this is not that world. There might be another world, universe out there where that's the case. But this is not that world. This is not the world I wanted to grow up in. But, alas, this is the world I was placed in. And I have to make the best of that situation. You may feel like you don't belong. Like this is not the world you were meant to be in. But just fight. And keep fighting. Fight for that world that you wanted. The one which is making progress. The one which you feel accepted in. That's all I can really say. Read that because it applies to you too. Whoever may be watching this.